Oi, wait, why is this guy doing the Big Bank again? I hear you say. Bear with me, I'll explain it to you in a few moments.
We're going to party. Party all.
Hello friends, my name is Nanook Metal and today I want to show you how to complete the Big Bank heist in stealth, 1 down difficulty and in a very glitched manner. I'm personally not a huge fan of this approach because, well, I don't like using glitches and it's not necessarily a faster way. It could be a little bit easier, I guess, to my normal approach, and if you haven't seen it, check out the top right corner or the description for a link to my normal walkthrough of the Big Bank heist. How I will start is similar to my normal approach, is that I want to find a key card. After that, I'll start up on the glitch, and that will involve taking out the 3 guards that are walking in the outer part of the bank, as well as civilians. I guess as many civilians as I can because they are a little bit annoying sometimes. I'll begin with this dude over here. Just gonna boost him into the window like that, so that he's a little bit less exposed to the people walking around, as well as the camera that's in the corridor. A couple of important things, a lot of useful information down in the description below, such as which HUD I'm using, which build I'm using, blah 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 blah. I'll put a tutorial for a stealth saw as well, because that will come in handy at the end of the heist when I'm looting. In terms of the assets, I've got a key card here and a body bag case, as well as an ammo bag. Ammo bag will be used to feed the saw, and I also got a couple of spy cams. The spy cams are not necessary. I just got them because I had spare points left over, spare favors. I would recommend you to go for the elevator escape. However, I didn't go today. Well, I didn't use the elevator escape today because I want to show you the, I guess, the only reason to go with this approach, and it's if you want to go for an achievement that wants you to secure the bags in stealth using the default escape, which is the van located by the road over there, without disabling the lasers on the time lock gate. I already have that achievement, so I'm not gonna try to repeat it today, but I will show you the steps that you need in order to get it. What I'm doing right now is I've started up this drill over here, which is loud. I don't have any drill skills at all, and this is the important step of the glitch. Make sure you bring the loud drill skills, or at least one player does that. Don't upgrade the drill, don't silence it. What you want to do is let the drill run. Even if it breaks, just leave it to run. Is that guy gonna see me? Let's kill him as well. That's the manager. He dropped the key card. The key card will be either on him or inside of that safe. And I got the 2 key cards. Oh, I got extra key cards today because I wanted to... Is this lady coming in? Yeah, I didn't want to kill her straight away because I thought I'll just leave her to walk around like that, but she actually started being detected by the camera, so I had to boost her out of the way. It's a little bit annoying, but I don't want to break the cameras. I'll just let them work. And the drill is broken, which is fine. Let's leave it at that for now. But basically, the loud drill will keep on making enough noise for the guards in the inner part of the bank to hear them, and they will become suspicious, and they will want to go and investigate the source of the noise. Unfortunately for them, they don't have a clear path of getting here. So what will happen is that they will get as close as they can, which is the stairwell behind this wall. I'll show it to you later once I get in there. And they will get stuck there. And this should happen to all the 5 guards. So that means eventually this whole inner part of the bank will be dominated because all the guards are located and frozen in one place. I will warn you in advance that it's not gonna work all the time, but 5% of the time one of the guards does not get glitched out, and what you can do is either kill him and answer to his pager and just back him or leave him somewhere. Because by the end of the heist you will have 3 pagers used up and 1 pager still left. There are 3 guards that walk around the outer part of the bank who I'm gonna kill down the road, and that means I'll still have another pager to go. If, however, for example, 2 guards don't get glitched out, you can either avoid that one roaming guard, or you can just restart. Wait for 5 to 10 minutes. If all the guards don't get glitched out, it's easy to restart because you haven't invested that hard into the heist yet. And I mean, by the end of the heist, I should be able to have this whole area dominated, because I'm gonna either kill or tie up all the civilians who come in here, and that's all the stuff only. The customers don't come into this part of the bank, so you don't need to worry about them. And they're the roamers who come into that part of the bank, so again, they're not a huge problem. The staff, however, and that's mostly the people who are dressed up nicely, so that lady over there wearing a suit is a member of the staff. She will come in here at some point, so what I'm gonna do is tie her up and try and bring her here, or kill her and beg her and bring her here. One way or the other, she will end up being disabled by me. I'm gonna have a look and see if any more guards were frozen, because as I said, I wanna wait until all 5 guards are stuck in place. I can see that 2 guards are now glitched out, and that means I'll still have to wait for another 3 to get frozen. There's another guard over there. If he comes here, I'm going to take him out. And this is mostly why I'm not leaving this area right now, because the saw, or the drill, is gonna be heard and seen by guards, by civilians, so I need to be ready to deal with that. I'm gonna boost him into the corner here. I don't want to boost him into that corridor because he might get seen by the camera. But in this corner over here, he should be okay, to the point where no one from the outer part of the bank, from there or there, will see him. So, rinse and repeat. Back him up, hide him. That was the guard number 2, wasn't it? The 3rd guard may not have spawned yet, because he sometimes will come in through the elevator later on in the heist, and so I'll have to wait for that. There's a lady in a suit, so she might come in here and she might become alerted by the... Nope, she's fine. But you know what? I kind of want to kill her anyway, because she's a hazard. And yes, this approach is not efficient in terms of civilians. I try to kill as least amount of civilians normally, but with this one over here, if I'm going for the achievement where I'm trying to get those bags to the default escape, then you know I'm not gonna worry about the civilians too much. Let's see. Still don't see a guard. I still see the 2 civilians, 2 guards inside there, which means no, they're still not frozen. Can however see that 3 guards were frozen in place. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there, which is a good sign. That means the glitch is working. I just basically need to wait until those 2 get close enough and get stuck as well. The drill's noise range is not unlimited, so they actually have to get fairly close before anything happens. Another thing I want to comment on is that you can get an asset that will open up this gate, and this is where the van is. It's right behind this gate. It's not necessary. What I'm gonna do instead is just bring the bags out. Oh, what's happening there? Who is that? Boost her out of the camera's view. Oh, that was a close one. She almost got detected by the cameras. And where was I? Yeah, so that's where I'm going to escape today, and that's where I'm gonna secure all my bags today. Quite a long walk. It will take me at least 10 minutes, if not 15 minutes, to get all the bags from the vault to over there. But I'll skip that part. I'll show you 1 bag and then I'll skip the rest. Hopefully it shouldn't be such a difficult problem. I'm gonna let the 6th sense activate again just to see maybe the 4th guard also got lured in. Those are civilians, yeah, just sitting down there, so then not a problem. And yes, indeed, I can see the 4 guards are stuck in place. They're frozen in place. Still gotta wait for that 1 guard to get over here before I make my next move, which is start messing around with the time locks and such. Since I already have this achievement, I'm not going to try and go through the lasers. So what I'm gonna do is disable the lasers altogether. That makes it easier for me, but it's not such a difficult thing. And remember that you can throw the bags through the lasers, they won't be detected. This only applies to the lasers that switch in their patterns, so Murky Station lasers, Go Bank lasers, Big Bank lasers, Golden Green Casino lasers. But for example, in Art Gallery or Frame Day 1 and Day 3, the lasers are stationary, so if you throw back through them, they will get detected. It's a weird thing that some lasers do detect bags but don't, but at least you can easily differentiate between the two conditions. But that's about it, at least for now. Just gonna, I guess, AFK for a little bit and wait for that guard to get frozen in place. I'll see you there. Well, it's been about 10 minutes since I went AFK, and let me see if all the guards have indeed frozen, or got frozen in place, got glitched out. I can see 3, I can see the 4th one over there. I still don't see the 5th one. Let's try again. The Sixth Sense is the skill that... yeah, there's that one there. The Sixth Sense is a skill that highlights any guards or civilians around you when you're not moving for 3.5 seconds, so it's a pretty useful way to see through walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does appear that that guard is a bit weird. Usually all the guards get stuck inside of the stairwell, but he's a little bit far away, but it does look like he's frozen too. Which is not a problem for me because the time lock is upstairs today, so they're actually gonna be pretty clear from all the entry points. What I'm gonna do now is fix the drill, let it finish, since I don't really want it to... Well, it's really loud, but also in case another guard comes in or a policeman spawns, I don't really want them to cause me any problems. This gentleman here, it's a little bit unfortunate that I got spotted by them today, but I still have a lot of body bags, so what I'm gonna do is just kill them all and hide them. I don't really want to tie them up because there are a lot of customer civilians that walk around this area, and therefore they probably will get spotted. So let's tuck them away and start up with the whole time lock thing. What I need to do now is I need to go find the server, I guess, the server room. And probably gotta go and get another key card from the safe. Manager did he drop the card? Oh yeah, he did drop the card. There we go. So let's open up the server room and start looking for the computer to hack in order to start up the time lock. This part now should be pretty trivial because there are no roaming guards. I've cleared out all of, I think, all the roaming civilians as well. So there are only these sitting down dudes. There might be a camera around here. Yeah, there is one there, so I'll have to keep an eye out on that. But apart from that, it should all be easy peasy from this point on. If I go upstairs, that might be a bit tricky as well because, again, there are still roamers there. But it's not gonna be too bad. And yeah, 24 minutes in, yeah, I definitely can open up a time lock and actually open the vault way faster than this if I go with my normal approach. But again, it's fun. It's fun to try and do it at least once. What is she saying? Can't hear. Anyway, I've tried to record this video a couple of times now, so I am not sure whether I've mentioned everything because all the attempts are kind of jumbled up in my head right now. Start the time lock. Yes, let's start the time lock, and actually not gonna fix this drill anymore. I'm just gonna lockpick it. It's probably gonna be faster than trying to fix it 3 times in a row. And it's not gonna contain anything inside because the keycard is on the manager, or was on the manager. I've already used it up, so I just turned it off purely for the sake of it not making that annoying noise all the time. Okay, so what I'm waiting for now is the phone call. I'm gonna respond to that, see if Jen from GenSec will send some more guards in. And if that guard comes in, it's gonna be a policeman. He won't have a pager on him. You can just take him out. And another guard should also spawn at some point. I'm not sure when that will happen. Usually there are 3 guards here. I don't think I've killed 3 guards so far. I think I only killed 2. Or maybe I've killed 3. I can't remember. Again, all those attempts have jumbled up in my head. There was one that was really close. I actually got all the way to the end. And then I decided that it was a good idea to jump off the railing here. And I killed myself. So I'll need to do something about that. I think if I land on the van I should be okay. But again, I'm not sure. I don't really want to risk it at that point. Because it took me like 10 to 15 minutes to get all the bags there. And then I failed. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm basically just gonna take my time with everything and make sure that I get this recording done and ship it out to you guys. I heard the elevator arrive. Let's see if something comes out of them. Could be the bottom door. Yeah, it's the bottom doors. Anyone come? Doesn't look like anyone. Oh, it could be this guy who came, so it's not the guard. Maybe a guard will come in later still. Maybe he won't come at all, I don't know. I did hide everything, so even if he does spawn, he shouldn't spot anything. I don't think he will see this lady. I don't think so. But you know what? Let's bag up and maybe, just to be sure, take her and hide her. If you don't feel safe about leaving bodies here, take them out and put them behind the aircon here in this corner, and you should be fine. Otherwise, take them into the garage just like that body bag. And yeah, those 2 places are probably the best. Let's have a listen out to the conversation. Yeah, so Jen didn't send anyone in. The time lock is actually done, but before I do anything, I want to pick up that stupid package because it's so annoying that it's there. Give me a second, though. Should be... Oh, yeah, got it. Okay, let's roll. The CV over here can die, that's fine. He's the guy who spawned through the elevator. He's another roamer, so why don't we take him out? Just, again, to be perfectly safe. And the time lock is open. No lasers, no nothing. Just basically that one guard who is really a problem, because other than that, all these guys are down here, they're all frozen. I don't think they will move. And from this point on, this whole area is completely safe. I'm still not gonna break the cameras because I'm not 100% sure whether breaking the cameras will unfreeze those guards. But you know what I can do? I can open up this and kill the camera guard. Look at him. He looks different. He's wearing some kind of... Why does he look so cool? Why is he wearing an armor? That's sick. So that means I still have one more pager, meaning that that 3rd guard in the outer part of the bank did not spawn. So that's good that I confirmed that. But also it's good that the cameras are now off, so basically can just run around here. And need to go and interact with the computer. Wrong way. The layout of the bank changes all the time, so find the best route to carry the bags. Of course, that route has to avoid the guards. Make sure you don't run into them either. What? Why am I carrying a person? I wanted to hack the computer, not pick up a person. So the hack is done. I don't see the 3rd guard spawning, so I'm just gonna forget about it. If he does spawn, I'll run and try and kill him before he raises the alarm. But again, I don't think he will actually be able to see anything. The guards used to note that the vault was opened, but they don't do anymore. So again, that's not the vault, sorry, the time lock. That still might be the case on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but yeah, the version of that game is so old that it's not even worth talking about it anymore, because it's just so different from what I'm doing now. Camera guy is dead, so as long as your saw is silent, there shouldn't be any problem with the noise, because the guards that are stuck in the stairwell are also just way too far away to hear anything. And at this point on, what I've got to do is open all these up, and then I'm gonna run out of ammo at some point. This is why I had the ammo bag as an asset. That's about it. I'm gonna go and secure all this loot with the van. I'm going to skip to that part. Let me show you how to deliver at least one of the bags, I guess, because there's also another thing that I have to mention. But apart from that, I'll just jump cut to the spot where the bags are, well, at least close to the van. Remember that civilians don't see the loot bags, so you can just leave them anywhere, but make sure that the cameras or the guards don't see them. And disabling the camera guard inside of the bank, I don't think it will disable the cameras outside. Let's go check it out as well. There should be, for example, this camera over here. Huh, interesting. It actually did disable. Because, for example, in the first wall bank heist, there are 2 camera guards, so disabling one does not mean that the other set of cameras are disabled. But it seems like that in the big bank, at least at this point, disabling the camera guard actually disables the cameras all over the map. But that one last thing that I wanted to mention is that sometimes the time lock gate is going to be downstairs, which means you've got to be a little bit more careful in situations where there are guards looking at you that are down there. But also what I would recommend you to do is, let's go into the time lock corridor here. When you come out of here, your shortest route will be to take out all these civilians. You can kill them, bag them up, and bring them here, or tie them up. And if there are no cameras, or if you have disabled the cameras already, then tie them up and just bring them once again there. Make sure you hide them. If you go on for the asset that unlocks this gate over here, you probably won't be able to hide the body bags or civilians here. So again, bring them up here and hide them in the corridor behind the aircon. And yeah, that's about it. I'll move all the bags to the escape, and then I'll see you there. Check this guy out. He just like walked through bags of gold and bags of money and just didn't care. He's like, psh. I see a guy with a shotgun. I'm just gonna pretend I need to get a book, and I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see anything. I mean, fair enough. Like, it reminds me of this funny story where... And yeah, the cops didn't believe us at first, but we were okay after all. They let us go, and yeah, we went home after that, I think. Anyway, all the bag movement is done. All the bags are here. Don't ask me how long it took. It took a while. What I'm gonna do now is just toss them all down by the van. Remember that the bags of loot are not detected by the civilians. And what I will recommend you and do is make sure that you don't land the bags on top of the van, because if that happens and you're playing by yourself, you actually might not be able to pick them up if you can escape. Because look how big the escape zone is. Yeah, it will be a little bit difficult. So you're much better off just either either land them inside of the van, just like it happens some of the times with me, or land them in front of the van. I also need to think about how I'm going to get out of here, because if I jump down, I'm gonna kill myself. And if I kill myself in the game at this point on, 53 minutes after, I might consider killing myself in real life, because it's just way too much time invested into this heist. Even though for about 10 or 15 minutes I was AFK, waiting for that glitch to happen, and the last 20 minutes or so was me just moving bags. Nevertheless, I don't really want to fail at this point. That's the last bag that I've sent off. Nope, not the last bag. Still got one more. Back here. Boom, secured. Okay, let's think about how can we get down there without getting seen. Probably can just take... Yeah, that was actually much easier than I initially thought. Of course, you'll have to time and make sure that there are no civilians walking around the entry. As you can see, there are quite a few walking around. They actually circle around the van as well. If someone walks upon me, just like this gentleman over here, I'm just gonna tie him up. Sir, just please listen to me. You don't have to die today. Couple more bags to go in. Most of these are gold. And most of the money bags actually managed to secure inside of the van from the rooftop. And only a few more to go. We are about to finish. That's not what I want to do. Do I even need to tie him up? Probably not. There we go. All the bags are in. 22 bags of loot. Plus the loose loot that was inside of the deposit boxes. I'm not sure how much was it worth, but at the end of the day, it definitely feels like it took me 200 years to complete this heist today. 54 minutes and 40 seconds. Yeah, not the fastest run, but I got 3.4 mil out of the whole deal. I probably also, if I didn't have that achievement that I mentioned earlier, I would have gotten that, and that kind of makes it worth it at the end. Also got a whole bunch of experience, but that's about it. I'm sure if I was not recording, if I just concentrated on the heist, I could have finished it much quicker, at least 20 minutes quicker. If you got a couple of friends with you who can help you with the bag movements, that would have also saved you a whole bunch of time. I actually tried to get a couple of friends in, but I then realized that I started the game in offline mode and I actually can't invite anyone in. But that was about it. If something is still unclear to you, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll do my best and respond to those questions. Don't forget to once again check my conventional way of completing the Big Bank heist if you haven't seen that video. And if you enjoyed this video, or if you enjoyed this tutorial at least a little bit, make sure to share it with your friends, because good people need to watch good videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not gonna say goodbye just yet. I'm gonna go and have a look at... Got a save. Oh, got a 2 save. Got 2 saves now. Where are they? Ooh, should I open? No, you know what? I'm not gonna open them now. Sorry. I will collect 10 saves and then I'll open them all at once in a separate video. That's what I'll do. Anyways, I'll see you later. Bye bye.